Hi, my name is Elizabeth Hopkins, and today I'm going to be talking about divorce. If you look over here, I have a picture that I found online that I really liked because it goes into detail about what divorce is. So you have your marriage, you have communication, so obviously you're going to have communication problems that it could lead to divorce. You have children. Children can cause issues that will lead to divorce. You have court dates that you're going to go to, custody if you have children. Of course, you have a husband and a wife. You're going to have parties, separation, lawyers, and all different things that you're going to have to go through when you are thinking about divorce. I'm going to read you a quote that is from the Bible. It is Hebrews 13. Marriage should be honored by all, and the marriage bed kept pure. For God will judge the adulterer and all the sexual immoral. Keep your lives free from the love of money and be content with what you have, because God has said, "Never will I leave you, never will I forsake you." I'm sure everyone in here has known someone who has went through divorce, who has thought about divorce, or even you have went through divorce, and all of the issues that comes with it. If you have children, it can cause issues with your children, it can cause issues with family and friends because they're there for you. I come from a household of divorce. My parents divorced when I was 7 years old, and I have a younger sibling, and we went through it together. There was times where we had to choose who we wanted to live with, which caused problems. Our parents would think that we were picking sides, and then also we had to deal with the problems that our parents were having because it was pushed down on us. And still to this day, we're at 26 years old and we're still dealing with the issues. Divorce can have a negative impact on your children and friends. It can ruin society as a whole, and it takes a whole year to heal from emotional pain. I will now prove to you the thesis by presenting how divorce can have a negative impact on your children, how it can ruin society as a whole, and how it can take a whole year to heal from it. The first point I would like to prove. It comes from a reference that I found by Severe. If there are children involved, it forces the children to choose between two different locations and family to live with. The child can feel that they are choosing who's the better parent or showing favoritism. If you're putting that child in that situation to pick who they want to live with, it can cause a lot of emotional pain on the child, and we definitely don't want to do that. If parents are divorced and not getting along, it sets a bad example to children of what marriage really is. We want to make sure we're showing the children what marriage should be and what it shouldn't be. The divorce can feel that if it is the child or family's fault, and it can cause a lot of stress and burden on them. We don't want our children or family to think that the reason why they are divorcing is because of what they've done or what they've said. In addition, divorce can ruin society as a whole. We don't want to have this image of what marriage is, and when we think of marriage, we all of a sudden think of divorce. We want to make sure that they're two separate things, and that divorce is the very last step that we take. There are physical and mental effects that divorce can encounter towards the children and parents. When we think of divorce, we think of, oh, we're just going to go our separate ways and it's easy as that. But we have children involved, we have families involved, we have parents, friends involved. And if you are just thinking it's something easy to separate, you're also making them feel like they did something wrong or they could help you. In conclusion, I would like to conclude by stating once more that divorce can have a negative impact on children and friends. It can ruin society, and it takes a whole year to heal. I want you to think about when either you went through a divorce or when you know a friend that went through a divorce, and I want to think about how it made you feel. And if your friend or if yourself told you things that they were thinking as they were going through a divorce, you know, how did they make it feel? Was it make them upset? Did it make them feel like they were a burden? So let's start together as a society to make divorce not the first step in a fight or a disagreement.